Cruel and cold, like winds on the sea, will you ever return to me?
What's up, folks? My name is Sir Medieval, and today we'll be talking about an upcoming pirate MMO being developed by the creators of Ark Survival Evolved called Atlas. This game has been popping up all over the place, and I have to say, after seeing a few gameplay trailers of it, I too am seriously looking forward to trying this game out. It's being developed by Instinct Games and published as well by Grapeshot Games, and it will be going into Steam Early Access on December 13, 2018. 3 days! The potential it has for being what Sea of Thieves should have been when it first came out, or a more than worthy successor for beloved pirate games such as Pirates Online, even though on the other side there were a lot of people that didn't like the game. Atlas seems to be taking a great deal of features from Ark, both modded and official, while adding in new mechanics all in one place for us to love and enjoy. Over 10 different biomes, a full-fledged questline, naval combat of course, plants and wildlife across the islands, and the map itself spanning out to be 12 times the size of any Ark server in explorable space. Dragons, giant whales, the giant hydra, the kraken.
Let no man look up at the sky with hope.
Hammerhead sharks, giant beasts, flaming demons, orcs, skeletons, several customizable ships with players or NPCs to help you man them, and the ability to upload an emblem to place your banners on them. From building a massive empire with your guild to being governor of a town or simply owning a trading shop, and everything in between. A housing system that includes its own design features that allow you to make it to your liking. Action combat system, of course, with a good variety of weapons for you to choose from, such as cutlasses, pistols that you can dual wield, blunderbusses or rifles, and more. In terms of the servers, it's planned to be launched at 40,000 player per server with 1 PvE and 1 PvP server per region. As soon as I heard what this system would be like, I knew exactly what to relate it to. And so the way it works in Atlas is that each biome we describe will feature a grid system. This is something we've seen before in games like Life is Feudal MMO, for instance, that wanted up to 10,000 players in their server at once. What's cool about this is it allows up to a lot of people to be in the server, like the initial goal was. If you have friends or a guild in the game, you won't have to worry about switching servers to play with them. They'll be there with you, if not just a map travel away. What worries me about this though is that because they don't have any loading screens and they're using a system like this, they'll definitely have to use node lines on the entrances and exits of the grid, which they've already talked about a little bit. Which sometimes node lines really suck. They can bring about stability issues in the way of game crashes upon crossing them, server crashes in some cases if there's too many crossing at once, but at the same time node lines are just something we have to deal with regardless. I'm worried that with how many people in the grid system on top of that, it could get pretty hazy. Not to mention Ark was never very hot in terms of optimization, so we'll have to see how this goes, even with the new tech. Certain grids being online while others could potentially crash even in the middle of big fights. With 40,000 players, 10 times the amount Life is Feudal had in theirs, it's possible to say that you could at least see bare minimum 4 or 5 grids going down at once for sure. And they're planning on making this like an EVE Online situation as well. Not to mention, this is an MMO, so we know that launch day, the servers will be in a hell of a rude awakening. The swarm, as we all call it, will certainly be there to smash those grids. But hopefully we won't have too much downtime if it does end up happening, but you'll want to expect it anyway. Usually MMO launch days do not go so well. Instinct Games and Grapeshot Games seem to be the ones working on this and have said to have been using new technology for optimization as well as other reasons. If they are able to pull off the 40,000 players per PvE and PvP server with flying colors and good FPS, then that would be a great start for sure. The game is said to be priced at about $29.99 upon early access opening and will be $59.99 when it gets fully released after 2 years of it. God, I hope they have at least 75 to 80% of the features they showcased in the trailer implemented on day one though, because you know how early access games can be. The first few days on Steam releases are very important and first impressions are everything. Otherwise, those reviews are going to get shot the hell down. But what I am excited about is jumping into this new pirate MMO with the communities that I'm in, as well as meeting awesome new people, whether they're about to blow my head off or sail the high seas with me. But let this game actually work so we have at least one of the types of games we crave so much to play whenever we want and support. The sky's the limit with this one, and it will be moddable as time goes on, with the ability to rent your own servers. But I know for a fact I'll strictly be staying on the official servers if they remain to be the most populated. And with features like aging, breeding, NPC crews, progression system for both characters, crews, ships, and buildings, alongside action combat of course, I personally cannot wait to jump into this one, with so many more features as well. But that's all the info we have for now, folks. Just 3 days away until this one hits our doorstep, and hopefully it works out. Keep your fingers crossed on this one is all I can say. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day. Farewell.